All right, everybody, welcome to a new series here on NCAA 26. This is our new team here. What I went to go look up is which states do not have an NCAA team, right? Or a team on this game. And I went to pull it up. It was either Alaska or Vermont. And I wanted to go a little different here, and we're going to Alaska. Main reason, there are never any recruits coming out of Alaska. So I wanted that type of deal right there. And we'll talk through kind of how we're going to set up our scouting and stuff, which is going to add a little bit of a wrinkle to allow us to kind of move forward and hopefully grow. It's going to take some time for us to build that out. But I have an idea of how I'd like to do that. But this is our team here. We are going to be starting out as I think they call it a cupcake level. So we are a 57 overall team, 59 offense, 56 defense. The Timberwolves, I moved them into the CUSA division so that we can kind of grow there. And the hope is that we'll build the dynamic of eventually changing some of the conferences up and having us maybe join a new conference for additional challenges as we continue to grow. So that's the hope right there. With the Fairbanks Timberwolves, there is, consistent things that are happening here as far as rivalries potentially. So there's two rivalries that I've created on my end. One is between us and Appalachian State. So depending on how we would like to set that up there, we could probably move maybe the FCS, because we got to create our schedule here, and go against Appalachian. That'll be a state. That'll be our first game there, and that is a rivalry game, and that's going to be the rivalry we have it called is the Battle of the Peaks. So Appalachian State, Appalachian has those mountains. We have our mountain peaks over there in Alaska. So that's going to be one rivalry game. The other one is going to be Yukon, and it's called, I think, the Battle of the Bark. So the Timberwolves versus the Huskies. So going to be kind of neat how we do that. And hopefully we can kind of, play that pretty well there. So that's going to be our schedule. And we'll continue to kind of update these along the way. I don't see myself getting too wild with some of these games. I definitely don't want to be putting myself in a situation where we're just not ready yet. But I do want to see additional challenges, right? You see some 2-star stuff here. We have them go against Memphis. That actually looks really cool uniform there. I went through the whole team builder thing. I hope the field is going to be okay. Not quite sure how that's going to work. But we'll work through from there. Our coach's name is Hank Thorne. He's a coach out of Alaska. He is a former Oregon Duck. So our hope is with him, he'll maybe build out something there. That's his alma mater is Oregon. This is a brand new squad, so we will have to work through it. I set up the auto subs here, folks. This is something to kind of take into account. This is what my auto subs look like. The quarterback doesn't get switched out. You have the wear and tear sub strategy of, keep them fresh. So I do that for wide receivers and for wide receivers and halfbacks. And then what I like to do on the tight end, I'm just going to try it out. We're going to do normal there. Offensive line, grind it out because you don't really switch out O linemen. Defensive ends, we have that set up as normal. And then I have my sub in and outs there. Linebackers keep fresh because I want to make sure we have tons of linebackers kind of shifting in and out. And then corners, same thing, as well as the safeties. So auto subs, this is the first time I've kind of seen something like this. I love the fact that there's a strat behind it. So we'll kind of see how that works out. This will allow us not to maybe focus on formation subs and kind of see guys kind of moving in and out. With college, right, you can have so many more players on the sideline. So that's the hope, is that we'll kind of be able to work through it from there. Now, as far as the coach here, like I said, for him, right, this is a new situation. We're just going to run an offensive playbook, the run and shoot. That's going to have more pistols, some shotguns, some single back, and then we're going to run a 4-3 multiple. So to kind of mix that up there and hopefully give us some more insight on this guy here. I don't see the alma mater or the pipeline set up for my coaches, which is kind of interesting there. But you know, we'll kind of see what happens with him in that space. Very interesting. I think last year you can kind of see your staff's pipeline, but I guess you can't in this situation here. Like when you go to upgrade skills, this is where we have currently Hank Thorne. He's a tactician, so we're going to have him focus in this space to kind of hopefully give our guys a little bit more boost along the way here. We started out, I think, with 100 points, so I'm fine with that. It's not really going to give us that much of an advantage. We're using slower stat lines as well. But as you can see, for some reason, we don't see our guys here. We don't know what they are, so kind of interesting there. That what is this? Toggle other coaches. Oh, you can kind of see the other coaches and where they focus. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Oh, I didn't know that R3 can do that. But I'm hoping Hank Thorne can kind of lead us to the promised land. We turn coach, coach firing off, so we're going to build this out without having that kind of disruption there. When you look at the gameplay sliders here, this is a sim series, so we don't have anything yet. We're going to wait for one of the guys, playmaker, and kind of hope that works out there. I think fatigue is like this. We'll try that out. I don't want to touch anything else. The precipitation and all that stuff, we'll kind of work through it, and hopefully, you know, we'll see some new sliders in that area. The XP sliders, though, these are off Reddit. I'll make sure to put a link in the description of kind of where I found it. But it looked kind of neat with how they're setting it up right now. I think this is going to be an interesting setup for us at this time. As far as the league settings, the dynasty settings, varsity, that's where we had it before. As far as speed setting, how quickly a coach, we're going to turn this to slower to kind of take our time in that space there. The manual progression XP penalty, it says when auto progression is turned off for user control team, this penalty applied to all XP earned by players on that team. So we're going to keep this probably at 5% just to kind of work through it. So there's a penalty, I guess, for us to have to pick our own. So we because we get that opportunity, we get a little bit of a penalty. I'm just going to try that out. It was actually at 25%, which I went to go look up, and that was kind of insane. As far as cooldowns on the play limits, we'll probably go to like 10 and 4 there. We're going to have 10 minute quarters, 25-second play clock, just to kind of work through it, and everything else we'll say as is on the default side. So I don't really want to tweak anything until I get some sliders that I enjoy, but I want to watch some of the games, you know, and see what we can do there. So our team, is brand new. The players, though, this is kind of crazy, but I guess the Cupcake League, right? These are all names that I've seen in the past. Spencer Strickland and Keontae Tyson. This was in the last one. It's like they didn't think of adding different names. You could have just thrown it into AI and they could have given some different names, but these are this is like almost similar names from the previous NCAA. It's kind of wild right there. As far as any other pieces there, I don't think I changed anything else. Red shirts, I already did all the red shirts for these, but none of them are going to be too insane there. Oh, so now we're going to go to the recruiting. So here are the rules for recruiting. I can only go after players that are in my pipeline, and I made it harder. So the pipeline for Hank Thorne is the Big Sky. So the only way you're going to be able to grab those guys is if they are in the Big Sky. Until we get new coaches, right, to kind of expand potential pipelines, that's what we can do. So I can grab any kind of player that is in the pipeline. Doesn't matter what star they are. If they fit in the pipeline, awesome. I can go after them. So every one of these players on here that are in my pipeline, I could work through it. Now, what happens if I don't have enough players, right? Which after I did the recruiting, because my team is so bad, I only had like maybe 8 recruits that I could have potentially grabbed that within my goal. So the rule is, if you can't find anyone in your pipeline, you can only go after 1-star players at this point. we'll try to adapt it along the way, but that's pretty much where we're at right now, to kind of grow. So as you can see, this is why I chose Fairbanks, because there ain't nobody coming out of freaking Alaska. There's no recruits out there. So it's definitely tougher in that space. As far as Vermont, no one in that space too. So that's kind of cool. Utah. Yeah, see. So those would have been the two. That would have been interesting right there. So if you're looking to create a team and find a state, Alaska and Vermont are the two states that do not have a team in NCAA. So that's my role right now. I do have a recruiting board. I've kind of checked out some guys, but we're not going to really worry about these players until we get closer towards the recruiting component, right, and try to dissect this stuff here. But yeah, I like what we're at right now. The schedule, pretty much, right? We tweaked everything. We're gonna have our first game against Appalachian State. The Battle of the Peaks is our first game, and then followed by, you'll see Colorado, then another rivalry game against UConn. We got FIU, West Kentucky, Jackson State, Liberty, Louisiana State. Middle Tennessee was prior to Liberty. They got Sam Houston, Memphis, UTEP. So smaller teams, but again, our goal is to kind of build this out, and hopefully, we'll kind of see some things along the way. But I'm excited to kind of allow us to move forward here and try it out and see what we can do. Looks like a player already reached their contendership and they are upset. And look at this, folks. We are horrendous. It's going to take some time to find the right guy there. The bye week is here. Let's see which players are not in this. So Vaitai says no thank you, but no thank you. I continue to try to scout guys, just to kind of see where we're at right here. Connor Cree, 6'4", 229, a Will linebacker. I just thought that was really interesting there. We gave him a scholarship. Kind of want to see what we can do with him. He seems to be super excited to want to play for us. No one else is giving two-star guys that kind of stuff right there. Dylan Poole is 5'11", 198. We'll kind of scout these guys along the way. Getting some 2 stars would be a nice little action there, but that's not the end all be all. Hopefully when it comes to recruiting, we'll find some other pieces here. We went after Stephen McIntyre mainly because he actually had speed higher than an 80 for a wide receiver, so maybe we'll kind of do a little bit more chunk there and try to bring that guy in. This guy was in our pipeline. John Ramirez, 3-star guy, 86 strength, got 76 finesse move. I thought that was very interesting there, as a decent starting point for a 1-star recruit, or 3-star recruit. So I think that's going to be a chance. And then we found this gem right here in Alani Tuafa out of Poliop, Washington. So 6'3", 201. I'd say again, this is another guy where he's got the gem. Maybe he's got that impact that'll kind of work out there for us. BJ Best will go ahead and just kind of work that along the way. We're the only ones that gave the guy a scholarship, and he's like, thanks, but no thanks. Ronell Farmer, right? You got players that are like, dude, I do not want to deal with you, coach, but we're gonna try to finesse these guys and kind of bring them in, and we'll see if they continue to try to work through it here. Casey McCrary, 6'5", 281. Probably move him into the guard position. I think that's a nice situation there. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the issue that we have right here, folks, is that it says proximity to home is an A+ for him, and it's because we took the state of Delaware. So again, the location, it's so insane. Like, this game hasn't figured it out. Like, if you pick the state, why have us pick a state if we're just going to substitute that team out of that particular state? It doesn't matter at that point. It's just, it's insane to me, man. They shouldn't even give the option at that point as far as proximity to home. We're going to have issues with being able to bring a customized team into it. It's just, it's dumb. But we'll go ahead and try to see what we got there. There's some couple other players that are kind of being looked at. Tyrese Brady, mainly grabbed him because of his ability to, he's 6'3", 188. You can't teach height. And I think he was actually a decent. Oh, we actually didn't scout this guy. It's actually not bad, I think. Yeah, 86 speed. That is not a bad setup for a young man where we're at right now. And then we looked at Caraway as well. Continue to try to work the 88 acceleration's not that bad. So we'll continue to scout our guys and hopefully we'll see what's up. Advance it here, then let's see what we can do. So the main reason why I use some of these colors like purple and like a brighter green is because the northern lights are like that out in Alaska. So I was very fortunate to actually go to Alaska. I actually did some dog sledding when I was out there with some buddies. So that was a nice, I don't know, it was a nice moment out there. So quiet. It's just a different feel, man. And going out there in the winter too, when it was like negative 20, like 20 degrees, 25 degrees, negative 25, like it was kind of nuts. So I went over there, checked out the hot springs. So I was out in the water in the ice cold, and it was like 100 and something degrees in the water. So it was really, really. So that's why we use those colors right there, and like a lighter blue and stuff to kind of match up with like a Timberwolf kind of feel. So like aqua, like the how nice the water looks out there. So those are the reasons for our colors. So we're going to check this out. We got Appalachian State. We're playing in our house. I'm hoping there's no glitch on the white field, man. Please don't do that. Here are our unis right here. That's our home jersey that I kind of made right there, as you can see. And then the away jersey, I call this the Grinch, or like kind of like the Hulk / Grinch uni right here for the away jerseys. And then for like a Fairbanks one, if I want to, I call this the Hulk kind of thing, like because he had those Hulk those purple shorts and stuff. So I thought this was kind of neat right here with these jerseys. So first game is at home. We're gonna try these out. We'll check out what the aways look like. They got the current aways. Those are kind of clean too. Appalachian State's got beautiful jerseys, man. We're gonna still run with just the basic type of jerseys right there, and I mean the basic stock playbook. We don't really want to mess with too much stuff yet until we're ready to roll, but here we go. I'm hoping there's no glitch on the white field, but we'll see. Crowd is getting loud. Temperature 96 degrees. That's not gonna happen in Alaska, bro. That's matching up with Delaware heat, dude. That's so crazy to me, man. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into it first, folks. This is our freaking field. It looks sick, bro. They're gonna boot this sucker out here to about the 2. And looks like Fairbanks gets the ball. We're gonna start the drive at the 20-yard line. Hank Thorne pumped to send out his guys there. Keontae Tyson and Chase Freeman are our impact players for Fairbanks. They're gonna come out in a pistol formation here. Crowd's getting loud. Trips left, hands it off. First play is gonna go nowhere. That'll be like maybe a little bit, yeah, 1/10 of a yard or 1/10 of a foot. Shotgun spread formation here for the QB. They send 4. He's got time, throws it to the right, hits the hitch. He'll get about 4 yards. That'll be 3rd and 6 for the Fairbanks Timberwolves. Shotgun formation, trips left. Defense sends 4. QB thinking about it. He's going for the toss. Deep! And it's caught! What a snag! Tyler Olsen gets a nice dot over there to number 3. Crowd is getting loud here for the Timberwolves. Tyler Olsen with a 1.5. Goes for the big play, but what a snag by the wide receiver. Taking on Appalachian here. And it looks like they're going to no huddle to kind of mess with these, with the defense. Pistol spread set here. Defense settling in. They only got 3 on the line. Hands it off. Nice run right there. Up the middle. That's Keontae Tyson with a good 7-yard gain. Trips right here. Let's see what you got. They send 4. And there goes Olsen, taking off right up the middle. He doesn't slide, though. Big mistake. He's got to be careful. 11-yard gain. So check this out, folks. Fairbanks is inside the red zone. 7:46 left here in the first quarter. Pistol set. Delayed handoff here for Tyson. He's going to get to about the 8. That's a 9-yard gain there. Spread formation. They got a new running back in the backfield. Hands it off to him on a little counter there. Nice run for a first down. Another one. That's Strickland getting it done. I formation set versus the goal line defense of Appalachian State. Hands it off. Follows his blockers. He tries to fall backwards into the end zone. He'll get to the 2. 6:30 left here in this first quarter. Second and goal. Spread formation. Little counter there. Tyson gets shut down again. Injury on the field for Appalachian. Sean Collins, looks like maybe a linebacker, gets hurt on that play right there. And now we're looking at 3rd and goal at the 3-yard line. Spread formation, pistol set. They hand it off again. That was a horrible decision. 5 carries today for 11 yards. Not too good on that one. Hope for a little bit more right there. You gotta get right, man. You gotta get right. 3-0, the only score on our first drive, man. You take that. We're set. We're freaking putting points on the board. It's our first points for this new college program. Take what you can get right there. We're going to start the drive at the 17. What we got right here. A.J. Swan, their quarterback. What do we do right now? Defense coming out with 4 on the line here. Ooh, look at the stadium's getting loud. Tight end off the left side of that line. Play action here. And he's going to take off. Defense. Oh, what a freaking tackle. Little Goldberg spear right there. Spread formation here. Defense with 5 on the line. They go for a RPO over to the tight end who's going to get the first down. Can't complain on that one. Tight end off the right side of that line. Defense with only 3 on the line there. They're going to motion the tight end from right to left. Ooh, little read option got smoked out. Great play by the defense. Number 92 gets in the backfield. 2nd and 14 here. Tight end off the right side of that line. 2nd and 4. Throws it over to the flats. Gets to 85. 85 fighting with all the Wolves. And they'll get to about the 33 here. 3rd and 5 here. And they're going to go for a play action again. QB's got time. He's thinking about it. He goes deep! Swatted! Oh my gosh! What a snag! 12 freaking ripped it out of the hands of the defenders. The crowd can't believe it. Oh my gosh. Michael Hetzel with the snag. Double covered. Oh my gosh, they got mossed. Wow, what a mistake right there for these Timberwolves. 4:03 left here in the first quarter, and Appalachian State puts it through the uprights with a 7-3 lead now with 4:03 left here in the first. Let's see what you can do here. They're going to boot this sucker to about the 3. Takes it to the 10, 15, down at about the 18-yard line here. Trips right. Defense with 3 on the line. Olsen's making some changes there. Olsen throws the drag route, gets it over to his receiver. And he'll get about 5 there. Trips right, defense with 4 on the line. Olsen again, calling out some directions, hits the drag route. I mean, he got 3, but that was weird. 3rd and 2. Tyson in the backfield. Shotgun formation here. Olsen sees 4 attacking him. Olsen trying to rotate. He took his time. What a throw by Olsen. Gets it over to 22. And that's an easy first down there. Looks like a timeout's called. It might be the end of the quarter maybe. Nope. Looks like a timeout. I'm assuming. Oh no, Appalachian called a timeout. trips right here. They send 6. Olsen reads it. Nice dunk right there. 100 yards thrown for Tyler Olsen today. Now he's going no huddle here against the Mountaineers. Spread formation here. Got underneath. Gets it over for about a 6-yard gain right there. 2:20 left here in the first quarter. Spread formation. Defense with 6 in the box. They send 6. Tyson gets the blocks he needs, and he gets all the way to the 11, folks. First and 10. Pistol trips right. They send 4. Olsen. The pocket collapses. Olsen tries to get the first down. Dude, he's got to slide, bro. You got to slide. Pistol spread formation here. 1:25 left. They go for a little delayed handoff, and Tyson again gets shut down. 3rd and 2. This defense is really holding us down in the middle. Trips right. They hand it off again. Tyson trying to speed. He gets a yard, but he's still a yard short. So once again, the Timberwolves are going to have to freaking kick another field goal, man. Golly, bro. What is going on, man? Gotta play better, guys. Seven to 6 here. Come on, Fairbanks. Nice move. He's going to get to about the 31. Come on, fellas. Empty bench here. 12. Who killed us last time. He's going for a jet sweep. And the defense shut him down behind the line of scrimmage there for a 2nd and 12. That's what I like right there. They send 4. Oh, he almost got him! He took a hit, but the tight end got it. That was a straight smackdown right there. That'll end the quarter, folks, with the score 7 to 6. The Mountaineers had a ridiculous play, but look at this. Both QBs, 100% completion percentage right now. Not what I expected to see here, but we'll take it. Man, love all the colors out there, too. Man, that's so freaking nice. Glad that that's working out right there. Gonna go ahead and head to end of the game. Let's see what we can do here. Shotgun formation, wide receiver stack right. They go for the jet sweep toss up for number 7. He finds a little bit of room. It'll be about 2nd and 8 on that one. We got here 9:37. Clean pocket, throws it to the left, wide open! Come on, man. Trips right here. Oh, looks like the QB's on fire. 9:10 left here in the half. They send 4 there. He's looking, throws it to the right. Still gets it done. Both QBs are freaking doing their thing, huh? Tight end off the right side of that line. Perfect completion percentage. They send in a bunch of blitzes. That's the first incompletion of the game. That should have been a pick. 8:42 left here in the half. 3rd and 3. Spread formation here for the Mountaineers. Fairbank sends a blitz, sends 4-man rush. Good throw. That was a really good throw there. Tight end off the left side of that line. Defense has 5 on the line here. See if they're going to run it. They have yet to really run the crazy. Yep, they run it now. 14 gets around. We were not prepared for it. Bounces off a defender, dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Oh, come on, man. Mountaineers put another tutty on the board. We were not ready for it, man. Kanye Roberts bounces off a big defender there. Look at that. Oh my gosh, bro. You gotta work on your tackling here, folks. 13 to 6. Looks like they're probably gonna get that field goal in. 14-6 now. Now here's the thing, Fairbanks has scored. We just haven't scored a touchdown. Well, at least I know my guys can get down the field. They just got to finish the game. Taking it to the 15. Bad return. You got to kneel that young man. 1st and 10 at the 15. Trips right here. Olsen thinking about running. Throws it sidearm right there. Nice toss across the field. 7:40 left here in the half. Spread formation. Defense with 4 on the line. They go for the RPO. Nice play right there. Little spin move after the route. And we get another 1st down. Trips right here. Olsen's playing really well. He's going to set his feet. He's got time. Wow, he could have took off. He wanted another completion. He ends up getting his 1st incompletion of the game. Trips right here. Tyson in the backfield. They're going to motion Scooter. They got room. They sent an additional blitz. There it is. Caden Ellis gets to him. 1st sack of the game right there. It's 3rd and a country mile. 6:50 left here in the half. Tyson in the backfield. Olsen just checks it down, and there isn't much there. Scooter Page, 5 for 63 today. 1st game for the Fairbanks Timberwolves. Does not go according to plan. They're going to take it from the 22. There you go. We got some big dudes getting down the field. 6:19 left here in the half. 1st and 10 at the 26. Wide bunch right. Defense coming out with 5 on the line. They're going to set... Oh, outside zone there. Good stop by the linebacker. Or that might be the DB number 31. 5:55 left here in the half now. Spread formation. They sent an additional blitz, and we get to him. There you go. The sack happened. Number 0 was unfreaking touched. These guys, pocket protector boys right there, huh? Josh Coles. Yeah, they didn't get to him. Now he hit him. I don't know if he was going to follow the way. He landed, it looks like he got hit, fell into the O-lineman. 3rd and 19 for the Mountaineers. They only send 4. He's got time, throws a wheel route to the running back, but he gets pushed out of bounds. It ends up being 4th and 9. So the Timberwolves have their 1st stop here in this one. Fair catch at the 32. Let's see what Olsen can do on this one. Shotgun formation, trips right. Olsen looking around. He's got the pressure. He takes off with his legs. Finally slides for a 7-yard gain. Pistol spread here. 4:35 left here in the half. Delayed handoff, and they freaking sent the blitz. We were not going to get through that. 3rd and 7 here for Olsen and this offense. Shotguns. Olsen seeing some change. 2-4 mug for Appalachian. They send an outside blitz. Olsen felt it. He pump faked and paid the price for letting that go a little too late on that one. Unfortunate there. That's a pretty good punt to about the 18-yard line. Appalachian State gets to about the 26 there. Spread formation here. Defense with 4 on the line. Hands it off. It's hit at the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8 now. Tied in off the left side of that line. Defense with 3 on the line only. Crossers. Ooh, he hit him just in time to prevent that from getting wild. Now we're looking at a tight end off the right side of that line there. Send 4. Throws it on the run. What? Ooh, I thought he caught that. 12 couldn't hang on to it this time. Good defense right there. So the Timberwolves fighting back. This is a longer second quarter, excuse me, right now. Way longer than the first quarter. Feels like it. Spread formation here. There you go. Olsen throws it just in time, but the receiver can't hang on to it. They're starting to send blitzes off the, yeah, there it is right there. Number 16 over there is looking crazy. Play action here. Drop the ball, bro! 18 with with a stupid drop, man. Come on, bro. Spread formation here. 3rd and 10. They go for an RPO, and that got read like a book. Just a 3-yard gain. Well, the Timberwolves, right, dealing with some stuff here. We're a very low OVR team. The chances of winning a bunch of games, you know, don't really see that much happening, but you want to see if your player, like in slow sim, it's kind of cool to see if these players can do some stuff, man. 1st and 10 here. Play action. Blitz happened. He got hit. I'd say right now, what I'm recognizing is the interior line seems to be doing very well. Trips right here. Motioning the tight end. Inside split. He tries to spin away, and they sent everybody off that blitz. That was crazy. 3rd and 11. 3 receivers set. 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Tight end off the left side of that line. Defense coming out with 5 on the line. They only send 4. And the pressure in the interior works. Oh, my gosh. The Wolves on the prowl, baby. They sent it all. 3 players hit that QB. It looked like they even kept him up so that other freaking players can hit this man. Look at this. You got hit right there, boom. Got hit right there, boom. Harlan said, "No, I want to hit him." What a player on that one. And looks like another timeout is called. Looks like Fairbank's called the timeout right before the 2-minute warning here. And looks like they're going to fair catch it at the 34. Let's see if Olsen can do something here, man. Shotgun spread formation. Tyson in the backfield. Oh, look at that. Olsen sees something. He's calling it out. They only send 4. Olsen feels it. He got smoked. Tyson didn't do anything. Can you block somebody? Can you block a man there, Tyson? Trips left here. 2nd and 16. 3 on the line there for the Mountaineers. Motioning a receiver there. He sent 3. Olsen able to step in the pocket. Clean freaking throw. And he gets it all the way to the 10. 5. First touchdown for the Timberwolves, baby. Right under 2 minutes. Number 3 with the snag. The crowd getting loud here in Alaska. Demetrius Williamson, number 3. Look at that. Olsen had so much time. Throws it right over them. Littleton couldn't catch him. And number 3's got some speed. We might have to use him a little bit more. Wow. And with 1:14 left here in the half, they're not going to go for a 2-point conversion. They will kick the field goal there, but hey, first freaking touchdown in Fairbank's program happens with a deep post to the end zone. We'll take it, man. Olsen looks really good. If we could find this guy more weapons, that would be nice. Shotgun spread formation here. 5 on the line for the Timberwolves. Hands it off there. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks another. And he gets about 6 there. 45 seconds left here in this half. I don't think they're going to use a timeout. Read option there. There it is. Good hit off the edge. Timeout finally called there for the Mountaineers. It'll be second, the one called. 1 remaining. 3rd and 6. 2 tight ends off the left side of that line. Good 4 there. Steps in the pocket. He goes for a deep shot. He's wide open. What a catch! Are you kidding me? AJ Swan chucks that sucker up to Strahan or Stroman. And he flipped the field on that. But look at this toss right here by AJ Swan. Clean pocket. Throws that sucker deep, man. The DB just couldn't stick with him. No more timeouts, though, for Appalachian State. We'll see what you can do here. 14-13. Tight end off the right side of that line. Now they know there's an opportunity here for them. They send forth, throws it underneath to number 12. Had the big touchdown to start this game off. They're no huddling right now. They spiked the ball there. 3rd and 4. They know it's within range here. potentially 4-down territory, I guess. Empty bench, they send 4. Oh my gosh! Untouched is Taj Coleman again. How are y'all not paying attention to this man? That is insane right there. Taj Cole's coming in hot. The Sam line, look at that. Oh my goodness. Fairbanks might have a couple stars here, folks. Now, this is not an easy 51-yarder up the middle of the field. Hold is good. Kick is good. Not too bad there. Mountaineers get it done. 17-13 to end the half. Wait, how did they... We sacked those guys and they still had enough time to kick a field goal? Wow. Okay. Maybe we used the timeout or something. But here we go. Heading to the next half. Mountaineers get the ball again, so there's a chance for them to double dip. Ooh, they ain't playing around. They're just going to fair catch it there. Let's see if the Timberwolves can get something done here. 1st and 10 at the 20. 25 here. They get a motion number 8 from left to right. A lot of moving pieces, but no one's fooled. Defense coming through. 2nd and 14 there. Shotgun wide bunch right for App State. They send 4 again. He throws it underneath on the hook. And that's a nice hit by the linebackers there. 3rd and 5. Tight end off the right side of that line. 15. Trying to figure it out. He was trying to sink in the pocket, and the defense gets to him again. Number 97 getting another sack here for the Timberwolves. Whoo, man. Unreal, huh? Deshaun Weeks, the interior lineman. Look at that. He just rolled. Yeah, if it wasn't going to be Weeks, it was going to be number 12. And that should get us a 4th down right there. Great job on that one. Oh, man, that was like a weird setup there for the punt team. They like let everyone go. They had people in the 2nd level for unnecessary reasons here. Huh. Lean pocket. Gets a route over. Pass over to the receiver. It's a big receiver there. Number 12 or something. Spread formation. 8:15 left here in the 3rd. Hands it off to Tyson on a little delayed handoff. We get another 1st down there. Okay. See what you got here. Trips left. Defense with 4 on the line. Hand it off again. Tyson can't get anywhere. 2nd and 10 at the 43. Okay. Spread formation here. Defense with 4 on the line. Got him underneath. He got killed. 3rd sack there for the Mountaineers. Wow. Okay. See what you got here. Trips left. Pistol formation here. Come on, Olsen. Play action. He's got time. Sets his feet. Goes for it. Deep into the end zone. 50-50. And it's a touchdown. Are you kidding me? Number 3. I think that's Williamson again. Williamson is the freaking star. And the Timberwolves have taken the lead here. Olsen chucked that sucker up. 50-50 opportunity there, and Williamson box number 18 out. You can't make this up. The freaking Timberwolves have now a 3-point lead. Incredible. How awesome is that right there to see? Timberwolves fighting through it. They're going to take it from the end zone. It's App State, and that is a bad return. They're going to start the drive at the 14. Not what you want right there, but it is what you got. Better play better there. Come on, man. Get it done. Inside zone gets not much. 3rd and 7 here. Trips right, a little lateral motion off the tight end. 15 has time, and he's going for it, wide open at the end zone. Oh, wait, down the field, he just dropped it. He caught a big one last time. This time, not so much. They're going to boot this thing to about the 35. That'll be 1st and 10 at the 39 here for the Timberwolves. Let's see if Olsen's got a little bit more magic in the bag. He's got plenty of time. And he just threw that ball away here. He's like, reset it, it'll be okay. Trips left here. 5:44 left here in the third. Motioning receiver there. They're recognizing potential man coverage. Olsen thinking about it. He tries to take off. He does. Gets about 2 there. He snuck through. 5:20 left here. 3rd and 8. Spread formation. This might be a very quick drive here for the Timberwolves. Looking. Hits the out route there. Scooter tried to get away. Great grab by the DB. 265 yards passing for our quarterback. 2 tutties. And he's doing all right. 4th and 4 here, and that is a horrendo punt to the 22-yard line. They're not sweating it here. 4:49 left here in the third. Tight end off the left side of the line for Appalachian State. Hands it off. He's got room going way up the field. Untouched for freaking 16 yards. His defense needs to get it together here, man. 4:25 left here in the third. Wide bunch left. Hands it off again. Good stop right there by the linebacker, Chase Freeman. Pretty solid there. 4 on the line here. Pistol set, tied it off the right side of that line. Hands it off again. Look at that stop. Dude, I feel like everybody who's got an arm brace is coming in hot in the middle, man. 3rd and 10 here for the Mountaineers. They send 4. And he goes deep. Oh, stride for stride. He gets it knocked out. Great play by the DB. I can tell you this right now. We got default settings, and it looks really good right now. Like, it's like the fact that these guys are going for it. Now, I need to see a little bit more inconsistency, maybe with the play call, but maybe because you're playing against lower team, you tend to look better. We don't have any crazy team we're going against today. This season. Draw play here. You know, the inaugural season for the Timberwolves. I didn't want to get too wild with it. 2nd and 7 here. Empty bench. Trips left. And Olsen's going for a power draw. What? Just a straight run. He's going to do it himself. 3rd and 2. Tyson in the backfield here. Wide receiver stack right. Defense with 5 in the box. They only send 4. Throws a slant pass easily into the hands of Scooter. Another 1st down. Wow. Pistol trips left here. Hands it off to Tyson. Tyson's got some room. He falls forward for about a 6-yard gain. Trips left. Defense coming out in the 2-4 mug. Hands it off. Tyson, plenty of room. He's got blockers. Down the field. 1st and 10 at the 34. Oh, man. They passed the ball quite a bit. They're worried about it. Maybe the run game is possible. They send 4 there. Olsen thinking about it. He got smoked. He stayed in the pocket too long. Number 95. I think that might be another sack for that young man. Now it looks like a double safety blitz. This is cover 0. Hope Olsen sees it here. 2nd and 16. They sent that was the worst play call you could have made right there, bro. You obviously can see the freaking safeties coming in. You gotta chuck it over their head. Trips left here. 3rd and 17. They sent an additional blitzer there. Olsen has the time. He got hit on that one, unfortunately. He got hit on that one. And the Timberwolves are forced to have to punt this off here. And that's a decent punt. Inside the 20, we'll take it. 1st and 10 with 15 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Defense with 3 on the line here. Number 8's motioning from left to right. Inside split there. Oh, that was an unnecessary spin move by that running back. And the QB is pissed. QB is pissed. Damn. Olsen's having himself a game, bro. 271 yards. There's those 2 big passes. But, hey, man, it works out. Pistol formation, hands it off. And that'll get him about 4 yards there. 9:40 left here in this one. 3rd and 6. Defense sent 5. He throws it over the blitz, but he's not going to get the first down. What a stop there for the Timberwolves. And they're going to have to punt it once again. Air catch at the 40-yard line. Oh, I love this call. See, now they're going stronger on the run game. Like, we want to get this going there. Balls his blockers. 25 got away. That's his first time. I think that's his first carry. 2nd and 9 here at the 41. Spread formation set. They're going to hand it off to Tyson again. Tyson just gets lost in the sauce there. And it'll be 3rd and 9. Spread formation here, 4 on the line there for Appalachian. They sent 6 though. Tyson with the block actually. Right up the middle, first down. Williamson, 5 for 180 today and 2 tutties. He's definitely the man of the hour. Pistol formation here, hands it off to Tyson. He's got room up the middle. He's going to get the first down on the ground. 17 carries today for 56 yards. I think what I'm going to do is maybe change up the running back group. Olsen, plenty of time. Nice catch right there by Scooter. 7:10 left here in this one. Pistol spread. Defense with 4 on the line. Olsen stepping back. Throws it over there. Another first down to guess who? Scooter. And we hit 300 yards passing for Olsen. Inside the red zone now. If the freaking Timberwolves can get a tutty, this could be really good for us. And that's an easy run for Tyson. Right up the middle. I think Appalachian State is getting gutted, but this is where they killed us in the beginning of the game. They kind of made sure the middle was not going to happen. But this time, Tyson gets all the way to the 1. Appalachian gets stood up. And they're not running a goal line. Different running back there. I think that's Strickland. Hands it off to him. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Timberwolves, baby. Number 12 in with no problemo. Oh, my goodness. Spencer Strickland gets in with ease. And the Timberwolves have to be pumped about this, folks. We have a 2-possession lead to start this off. The rivalry, so one of the things in the team builder is when you build out a rivalry, you can't start a brand new rivalry. Someone has to have won one. So what we just said is in 2025, 2024, 2025 season, they beat us. So now we have an opportunity to even it out today. 5:45 left here. And the Timberwolves doing their thing. Hands it off here. And that is an easy run. Run stop there for the Timberwolves. Crowd is loud here, folks. And they sent everybody. QB, he got the first down, but I think he paid the price on that one. He got lit up, folks. Shotgun formation here, 4:55 left. 88 motioned in. They're going for an inside split, and look at that shutdown, man. Taj Coleman is a dog. We're going to have to keep that guy happy, man, as long as we can. But here we go. 4:30 left here in the 4th. Play action there. Throws it on just a wide receiver screen. Number 8's just spinning. Little Tasmanian devil there. 3rd and 8. 4:05 left here. The clock is ticking, and they are taking forever to get down the field. As soon as I say that, 15 thinks about it. He's going to try to run it. Man, I don't know. No one's able to get open down the field, so they're paying the price here. 3:50 left here. Trips right. And he's got a clean pocket. He's got a clean pocket. And he's going to take off again. He'll get the first down at the 50. No, he's going 40. Down at the 37-yard line. That's a play to do it right there. Shotgun formation here, tight end off the left side of that line. Pressure coming in. 15 thinking about running. He doesn't. Throws it on the run. Hits the drag route, but that doesn't give them but maybe a half a yard here. Tight end off the right side of the line. Hands it off. And that got shut down. Bro, they got to be exhausted, bro. Appalachian State doing their thing. But the Timberwolves are ready for him. Clean pocket. He's looking. He throws it, but he got hit. It doesn't take it. 4th and 9. Yeah, they're down by 10. You kick the field goal. You're right in the middle of the field. This should be an easy chip in. Hold is good. Kick is good. Mountaineers get it done right there. Decent boot on that one. And we are looking at a 27-20 game with the Timberwolves with the lead. Now they got to run the ball. Let's see what you got here. Taking it to the 20 and 19-yard line maybe. 1st and 10 at the 19. Let's see what y'all got, man. Spread formation here. Defense with 4 on the line. Draw play there for Tyson. Tyson bullied that DB, that DT. Oh, Tyson's hurt on the play. Oh, come on, man. He is hurt. So now we're going to see Strickland out there. Spread formation. 2nd and 3. Olsen in trouble. He got smoked. Timeout called right there for the Mountaineers. 2:41 left here, 3rd and 11. Timberwolves got to get something going, man. They need if they can get another first down, it's possible. They get the wide receiver. Oh, running back screen. Strickland's got room. He's going to get the first down. What a play call. Are you kidding me? What a play call right there. Appalachian State calls their 2nd timeout. Tyson's back in. I guess he's good to go. They send 4. He throws it over to the flats to the left. Nice move right there. He stays in bounds. Mountaineers use their 3rd and final timeout. We're going to run the ball probably to the 2-minute warning. If I'm like that, that's what I would say. Hopefully Hank. No, he's going to pass it. First down, baby! Demetrius Williamson, 6 for 192, folks. And just like that, the Timberwolves' first game in their program, first game at home, leads to a dub. Coach Hank is pumped. Olsen had himself a game, but there's the senior right there, Demetrius Williamson, starting his career off here, 6 for 192 and 2 touchdowns. That is incredible right there, folks. You'll love to see it. The freaking Timberwolves get their first win of the year. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't think it would be that freaking crazy. But I'll take what I can get here. Anytime you get a chance to win, why the heck not? 333 yards, 22 for 28, 2 tutties. Rushing, 21 for 90 for Keontae Tyson. I think we're going to have to try to mix it up here. Probably try to go Strickland as a 3rd down back just to kind of get that going there. Receiving, Scooter Page, 11 receptions today for 95 yards. Williamson was the man of the hour, though. He had a 72-yard touchdown, 6 for 192, and 2 tutties. Peaks had a couple as a freshman, not too bad there. Strickland, and then Tyson was at the bottom. Blocking, a lot of sacks happened. Left guard, Max McClure gave up 3. You got Kalen Franklin there with 1 as a right tackle, and McDonald in the center gave up 1. But look at this. You got the left tackle and the right guard not giving up a single sack. Love that. Defensively, no double-digit tackles, kind of surprisingly there. But Mike linebacker Chase Freeman gets 9. And then Bubba Van Claiborne with 9. But look at this. Taj Coles was in their backfield a lot. 5 tackles for loss today. Right edge, Kobe Garland, a sophomore, had 4 today. And then the interior line, Deshaun Weeks got 3. 1.5 sacks for each of these young men, which doesn't make sense because that leaves it with another half a sack not included. And I think it was that 1 sack where there was 3 people that hit him. I don't think the stat line made any sense of that, but Taj Coles had a game. No picks today, unfortunately, but we had a couple pass deflections. I think the corners did the best they could there. But getting a win here, folks, is really, really nice. From what I understand, if you win, you get further bonuses for recruiting players. And then if you win by a lot, you get a big, big bonus. So seeing us get that right there, we got 100 points. As you can see, right, players are thinking about wanting to play for us. Now, whether we recruit every freaking player, I'm not quite sure if we're going to do that. I'd like to just continue to see how we're going to make all this stuff work here. I want to continue to scout as many of these guys as we can. You got Harvey Dossie here. His speed looks like it's possible. There it is. There's the gem free safety there. Offer him the scholarship. And let's DM him to say, hey, man, we'd like to see you out here. Garrison Thrasher, not too bad there. Isaiah Berry, I mean, 84 change of direction. That might not be too bad there. Now, whether other players decide to hang out with us or want to play for us, not bad. That's 15 scholarships we'd offered out there. There's still a couple players on our board I'd like to check out. But, you know, lists change from time to time. And you wonder, right, could that work out? And maybe some other players want to rock with us. But I'd say the players that we are scouting, most wanted. We haven't really looked at Jewel yet. I'm not really too worried about that. We got to get another guard on the board in the next one. But the recruiting so far is showing, hey, it's not too bad for us. We'll advance it here, but this is awesome. Fairbank's getting their first win in their franchise is pretty great to see there. And there it is right there. A ton of players are really looking at us. Championship contender. We went down even though we went. And look at this, folks. This is where we have the issues. You could potentially have a ton of players wanting to leave. And that's going to be a problem. You know, we're going to have to work through this type of deal of building a program where players may want to leave us. Now, next game is not going to be easy. We are going to Colorado to take on that team. There's no Travis Hunter. There's no Shedeur Sanders. So we'll see it that way. And there it is, folks. So Dylan Poole, it says we need to be champ, so we can't really do additional there. It looks like McIntyre is really cool with us. No one else is really looking at him. We could do a school visit to solidify it. But I don't really want to use that there. This QB, I think it was the championship contender probably. I think that took us out of that. Yeah, no, we lost. Yeah, but we'll just keep them on the board. And we got to scout some guys here. Let's see, Monte Boozer, 6'1", 282. It says raw strength content, like archetype. So I figure, why not? You know, it's 82 strength. Let's see if we can bring him in and maybe he'll do something for us. Continue to look at some of these guys. Got the Will there. Elijah Bloom, 76 speed. Let's give him that other scholarship there. So our recruiting board is getting there little by little, but I'm more focused on whether we can get some of these wins. So next game will be against Colorado. I don't think we have to tweak too much here. The only thing that I would consider doing is knowing that we have a three-headed monster. In the backfield, no one's really the dub. Let's get Strickland in there. And let's let him be kind of that dude that could play those third down. So we'll get a chance to see all three of these running backs. Now Buford is saying, dude, no one wants to play with me kind of deal. And what I'd like to do is potentially see Buford transfer out. And, you know, we got some guys that are redshirted like Ty Hardy next season that could play, as well as Tavion Grant. So that'll leave room for some other guys to work through it. It's tough to see some of these guys want to leave, right? LJ Young, the wide receiver, being one of them. He wants to leave, and you know, we'll see how that works out. But that was fun, man. But that'll do it for us today, everybody. If you like what you saw, please drop a like. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And most importantly, subscribe to keep up with the series. I really hope you all enjoyed this one. And as the Timberwolves say, the pack never backs down.